Thank you for tuning back in to The Truth About Gangstalkers. This video is about what should be done so your gangstalkers are caught and prosecuted. This is a very tough topic. This is very hard to do and could possibly be impossible for you, but it's important to pass on information so that you can help other people who are going through the same thing and or leave a trail in case these people are caught, so they can be prosecuted at some time. These gang stalking groups are the worst group of meth head, pedophiles, rapists, and murderers ever known in the history of the world. I would urge everyone who is confirmed to be gang stalked and who I can identify that the voices that are speaking to them are real and they are not mentally ill, to contact FBI and law enforcement and make a report. The results are going to vary with this because most police officers, probably a lot of FBI officers, do not know how gang stalking works, do not know the technology behind it, do not know about ultrasound and microwaves and electromagnetivity, but that's how you have to educate yourself, because these crimes are becoming more common, especially with the diplomatic attacks that happened in 2018 on U.S. and Canadian diplomats. They're no longer in their embassies at all in Cuba. And this happened in Havana just last year. Well, like I said, your results may vary. They might think you're crazy, but that's fine. They can think whatever they want. You know yourself if you are telling the truth, like I know what's going on. I have an extensive background in psychology and know about mental illness. I was a social worker for most of my life. Saw all types of people with mental illnesses. I know I don't have one. Know this really occurs. This is really going on and is continuing, and there is no end in sight, according to the people who are gang stalking me, other than my murder at some point. But yes, you should also report any burglaries or lamplighting, because that means somebody has broken into your home and moved things around, so there's a burglary that occurred. So these crimes should also, any tampering with your electronic equipment or hacking activities should be reported. Some people say to get a Faraday cage and to even sleep in a Faraday cage. That is not going to work with these gang stalking groups at all, because they are not only using microwaves, they're using ultrasound itself, which is not constricted by a Faraday cage like a microwave is. So, and what are you going to do? You're going to carry your Faraday cage with you all day long? These guys, they know you're going to have to come out. So it's not a deterrent at all to try and prevent. There's really no way to prevent it from occurring other than finding where it's coming from at the source, which is very difficult. There are ways to do it with advanced telemetry equipment, but I don't have access to it, and you most likely aren't either. It's going to be the military, and it's usually top secret equipment because it's used for military purposes. But you can always point out that the diplomats were attacked in 2018 in the same way that you're being attacked. Say, dude, I'm not making it up. This is something that really occurs, and I'm really being attacked. And as people come forward and more gang stalking information comes out, these crimes will be more believed rather than just labeling them as people who are mentally ill. I even told my psychiatrist what was going on when I first started hearing voices, and after a couple hospitalizations for hearing voices, they labeled me mentally ill and paranoid schizophrenic. I know I have worked with schizophrenics in my past. I know that I don't have schizophrenia. I definitely don't have paranoid schizophrenia. But I have you display some of the symptoms when you tell people that you're hearing voices and you think people are following you. These are all real occurrences with gang stalking. This is exactly what they count on you to say. But luckily, with my psychiatrist, she reversed that diagnosis and said, I don't think you have paranoid schizophrenia. This is a couple years after it happened. After she first diagnosed me, when I was 35, because I showed no prior symptoms of schizophrenia, which many people, schizophrenics, actually show in their teen years. I had no prior symptoms, no mental illness history at all, and didn't display some of the symptoms that a typical schizophrenic has. So she reversed the diagnosis. But anyways, there are ways to tell if you are also being gang stalked, even if the people are not talking to you. You can get apps, download apps from Android or Play Store for Apple that detect EMF frequencies around your body or wherever your cell phone is. It's like you're having your own electromagnetic frequency detector. It will even detect radiation. And there should be typical normal limits, and if you're exceeding that limit, you can tell you're stuck in one of these electromagnetic force bands or beams that these guys shoot, most likely from an antenna, just like an AM radio wave that can travel thousands of miles, even around the world, to anyone or anywhere they want it to. And just record this information with a cell phone, or take a picture of it with a camera. It seems to be the way they use it is they love these. My group loves to change me in my vehicle. That is the number one place where they create these body changes, because you're in a big electromagnetic environment. You have electricity surrounding you in very close proximity to your body, so they can get better readings and make and amplify these signals to change your body more than any other environment you might be in, which they can do in any environment, but in the vehicle seems to be the number one place. So if there's any way for you to stay out of a vehicle, that's even better, because they may always just make you pass out, as they can do, and you'll get into an accident. So they do try and frame you up. But they also, yeah, I mean, you can check the power outlets around your house to see if there's too much, if it's emitting too much EMF, and record that just as a way to. There's no way to turn electricity off, and I've even been hit in a golf course where there's nothing around me at all. So it's obviously a signal being sent from somewhere to hit me. And if it can be done in the middle of a field, where I've been in the middle of a cornfield, or while I'm playing golf and I have nothing electric around me, these guys are sending a signal, and they also have to be able to, so they're using a transmitter, because they're sending and receiving a signal. If they were not receiving anything, you would just die very quickly, because these guys would go over the edge and wouldn't know how far they've gone. But they need to be able to receive your body biorhythms and your body heart rate, and see how strong the field is around you, and they can pinpoint certain arteries and veins to stop blood flow to these areas, so you will, and also to destroy or deaden your nerves, so you're not feeling anything correctly. I still can't feel anything in my skull, on my face at all. even if I pinch hard. I don't feel it at all, just because my nerves are deadened. And it's just obvious that these injuries have already been completed, and they will just make it worse until I'm dead. And they've been doing it for a long time, and they've told me they're going to kill me. And it might just be a threat, but I don't think so. I know they've hurt and killed many, many other people, and will continue to do so until they're caught. They do not work. They do not want to work one day like a regular person. These guys want to sit wherever they're at, unless they're raping or burglaring somebody, and then they just want to rob them. These guys are just lowbrow criminals who are most likely provided this technology by either a military or just replicated the hell out of it, or somebody who just played around with something and figured out how to amplify signals around wherever that person is at and use it to target people. But that is all the videos I have for now. You should also keep a journal of all of your changes. There's been some good blogs online about people who are also being gang stalked, and they seem very believable. They report a lot of the same things I'm going through. And it's not limited to any type of person or race. And I have a feeling it occurs a lot more than people ever know. Like, some people are going through it and think they're just bad luck, but they don't understand that other people, an entire network, is behind their bad luck and putting them in bad situations and even getting them killed just so somebody can laugh at it. But that's all for me for now, and I hope to make some more videos soon. And I just want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you.